Okay, cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, so basically let's say if you I ask I'm trying to make this more interactive so everyone get a value out of the role. Let's say if you are really looking to get more qualified leads for your business, how about you type yes in the chat so I know I know who is in this Zoom meeting as well. If you want to get more qualified leads, you can type yes, so I can see who is in the Zoom meeting. Okay, I can see Anton, Maria, and let's say if you let's say if you wanted to get more referral for your business, type yes as well, so I know who is looking to get more referral. Or if you wanted to looking to attract more high pay client for your business, and type yes as well. So no, I know who is you. Okay, I can see. So I can see this relate to the people who actually type the yes. So the presentation it is how to it focus on the needs and how to generate double or triple amount of needs and without cost you more time and money. I want to share a quick story because I think a story will make you help you understand more about where it comes from as well. Can anybody see my screen by the way?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. So I like to start with a story. Okay, I think everybody loves story because we've been trained how to, learn from a story since a childhood. So I started actually as a salesperson back to 8 years ago. At that time, I was struggling with college. So then I left, university and I joined a network marketing company and I started selling network marketing product. Well, at that time, what happened is I didn't know anything about the selling. I didn't know anything about the marketing. So what I know about it, I think my team leader, they said, oh, Jason, you should go networking. And there are so many networking out there. There are opportunities there. I thought, yeah, that's great. So I started going to networking event like a New South Wales Chamber, Parramatta Business Chamber. Then I started collect a business card. At the time, I didn't know what I was doing. And so I was collect a bunch of business card, like 5,000 of them. And then I collect business card. At that time, I learned something, I need a place to store it. So I put in like a software in my computer, the CRM. I'm sure everybody uses CRM these days. At that time, I put it there and then I started calling people. So every day I was working really hard and I went to networking and meeting people, get a business card. And then I started calling, to invite for the appointment. And majority of people at that time, actually, they told me they're not quite interested about it. And I was, at that time, I didn't know what to do. I thought, not interested about that connects one. I found that I just found out that they, I, at that time, I'm not sure if you have been in sales. I've been in the sales, and someone told me Jason is numbers game. I thought about it. Just need to call more people. So I started calling 100 people, 200 people. Every week I call a couple hundred people, and then just said I didn't get much leads and I didn't get much sale as well. So I was really frustrated. I thought like the sales is so hard. I mean, should I be the right person to do the job or maybe I should not? And so I started searching for. I say they must have a better way to do this. And so I started searching for it. I was looking for a solution, and because I got a frustration, and I was looking for a coach and a mentor who really know what they are doing and who can help me solve my challenge. So I found one of the sales and marketing consultant on the left side. By the way, he passed away because he got a cancer. But he was a Tony Robbins marketing consultant for many, many years. Eventually, he helped Tony Robbins actually build his organization as well. So so this gentleman, his name is Chad Holmes. Before he worked for Tony Robbins, at age 19, he started working for Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger is Warren Buffett's business partner. So he helped Charlie Munger double his company every 12 to 15 months. And after helping Charlie Munger, then eventually, so this is back to 1990, and he helped about a 60 Fortune 500 company plus 250,000 business as well. So the strategy I'm going to share with you, it definitely work. Okay. It's been proven for decades, but unfortunately, a lot of people I still found that they don't really understand it and they don't use it as well. Yeah. So apply for any kind of business and is every universal. Okay, before I show you the strategy, I want to share with you one thing, help you understand it. I get it. Everyone is have a different business, have a different, but can anyone tell you who is your target market? If you can put in the chat, who is your target market? Let's say if you're in outsourcing, you can, put in the chat, who is your target market? So I know as well, who is your target market? That's Adza. Okay. Yeah. Architecture company. Yes, I know Adza for a long time. Architecture, who else? A B2B company. Yeah, who else? If you can put in the chat, I know as well. Okay. Here, I wanted to help you redefine your target market. Okay. It's a target market is B2B or is, yes, your target market is architecture. But a lot of people who focus on the, let's say if your target architecture or B2B, who actually focus on the people who are ready to buy. That's a lot of people who are focused on. A lot of people who are focused on, oh, I'm going to focus the people who are actually ready to engage with my product or services. I feel there's be a noise there. Okay, so if that's our, maybe someone can build it themselves. That's easy. Okay, so a lot of people who at the time the biggest mindset shift for me is the biggest mindset shift for you is you should redefine your target market, because if you focus on the people who are ready to buy your product or services, that's only 3%. Okay, this comes from like Chet Holmes research. And 7% of people who open to buy, but they're not looking for it. Let's say if you are talking to architecture, and if you just tell them the solution you're offering, and there's only going to be 3% of people going to be interested about it. So if you, let's say if you do a marketing, you're only going to get is like a 3% of leads. 7% of people who are open to buy, but they're not looking for it. That means they're interested about your solution or your product or services, but they're not looking to, ready to make a decision yet. 30% of people who are not thinking about it, well, not thinking about it to, to hire you or to use any of your product or services. And 30% of people think they are not interested about it. Okay, that's a lot of people. And 30% know they are not interested about it. So the best type of market, actually your market is not at 3%. Majority of people and in the market, what they are doing, they are talking to ready to buy customers. Your target market should be the 70%. Why? Because the 70%, they are not interested about it. Doesn't mean they don't need it. They need it, they just don't know. Oh, they have the problem. I give example about it. A lot of people, I was in the electrical marketing business. A lot of people actually don't know the benefit of a nutritional supplement. So if someone just sell a nutritional supplement, it's hard. So a lot of the nutritional supplement companies, they started doing education-based marketing. Educators in the problem they are going to have by not taking nutritional supplement, and the benefit they're going to have by taking it. So people become more interested about it, then people will, engage with the product or services. That strategy, I'm going to tell you, there's a book about it. It's called a personal MBA. It's a strategy is called education-based selling. The definition of education-based selling is a process of making your prospects smart and more informed customers. And by investing time and energy doing that, you are building trust and they are more interested by your offer. And the personal MBA is one of the best selling business book as well. And so this is a diagram as well. Majority of people, this comes from one of the highest copywriter, by the way. Majority of people who actually, and I'm talking about business owner, yeah. Your target market, you are trying to target the people who are product aware or most aware. But unfortunately, majority of people who are actually unaware the problem you have. So if you wanted to, really generate the most of the needs from the marketing, is you have to educate the problem you've got, so they become more interested about your solution. Then they become more interested about your product. And by doing that one, you are going to not just double or triple, but double or triple is a minimum. Sometimes That Chet Holmes, he generated about 9 times more leads for Charlie Munger than other marketing consultant in the world. Yeah. And also another benefit is by doing education, you're definitely going to build something called a positioning. Positioning is he's a father of positioning. There's two gentlemen. Unfortunately, they passed away. But it is the best way to build your brand. So by building a brand is you use education-based selling and education-based marketing is you build your position and a brand. So when the customer think about they have a problem, they are going to come to you as well. And so, and also by using education-based selling, you are going to get more leads into something called a sales funnel. And by doing that one, you are going to generate more sales as well. And so some of the case study I've done, and so I work with one of the top agent in the Castle Hill, and David Cho. And at the time, he was like a typical agent. He was trying to sell his property. They say, "Are you ready to sell?" His only target is 3% of people. So what happened is I work with him to help him create an ebook initially, and to say, okay, instead you just try to get people to sell the property, and what you can do is you can educate the people and why they need to sell the property and why they need to sell with you. So he started doing that, and then we started building building a sales funnel to generate leads from that way. So we started getting a lot of leads come through. Just quickly share with you, and then what happened is okay, ebook is great, but unfortunately there's a problem as well. The problem is that most people got an ebook, but they don't read it from front cover to back cover, because there's something called attention span. A lot of people have a short attention right now. So then I went out there and tried to find a more effective way to use the education-based selling. So because I've been learning and coaching with some of the top presenters in the country. One of it is Benjamin Harvey, actually. I did his presenting course. So I found that, he actually used presenting and to generate leads. I thought, but he does it for coaching industry. I thought, can we use it for like a real estate? Can we use it for some other service-based industry? It definitely use. And I've found some of the people like Ross Brunson, if you heard about him, and they are all using presenting. So what happened is I work with real estate agent, help him running webinar to generate leads. I mean, I'm not sure if you have attended some real estate webinar, but nobody doesn't know real estate agents running webinar. And he's the first agent I know is running webinar to educate the prospect seller and buyer and to sell the property. So he's using webinar to sell property, and not too many agents doing it. And we are getting a lot of the traction as well. So this is some of the leads. After the webinar, could you send me the proposal as well? This some of the people say, oh, at some point, I want to sell the property. Can you give me a call? And these are the people say, oh, thank you so much. I wanted to send me the proposal. I want to sell. Would you mind to tell me your marketing cost and commission fee? Okay, so that's the presentation. I want to end from this one, so you can take something from home as well. The real money is not in the product or services. I mean, in any business, the real money, what I found out, is in the education. This keyword is really important, is education of the product or services. So you have to write down this one. You are going to, your life will be changed. My life has been changed, especially my sales career. I really understand it. The real money is not in your product or services. The real money is in the education of your product or services. So after that one, I started to develop a process to integrate the education into a marketing and sales process. Eventually build like a webinar funnel like this. And so actually I have a webinar coming. If you're interested about it, you can, I'm happy to share the link. And for people who are interested about to attend it, it's free, and it's going to show you how to build a process like this and to generate leads. I'm going to put a link here, and so anyone can sign up if you are interested about it. And also, if you have any question, you can start asking me right now.
Excellent. Well done, Jason. Awesome presentation. Big round of applause. And I love the last quote. I think that's so true. But I wanted to ask a question before everybody else as well.
Yeah.
How do you optimize people turning up to your webinar? Because whenever people do webinars these days, there's so many webinars out there. You might have 10 or 15 people or 20 people book and 5 turn up. How do you make sure that you get a good number of people that actually turn up?
Okay, sure. How do you get a good number of people turn up? That's a challenge I've been facing for a long time. A lot of people running webinar. That's a mistake I make. A lot of people don't have something called a marketing campaign. I give you example about it. And I've been fortunate enough and really been trained by some of the highly successful marketers. So one of the guys who actually are specialized in something called a product launch. Anyone had heard about Jeff Walker before? Jeff Walker.
No.
Okay. Of course, if you're not in the marketing space, maybe some of the people's not. Okay, Google search about him. He did something called a product launch. Okay, what I mean product launch is, let's say if you want to get a good number of them before your webinar, not just have a webinar, then you're going to have a good number of people. You need to learn how to run a marketing campaign. I give example about the Hollywood movie, the blockbuster, when they come out, they got a campaign for at least for a year. I mean, if you see some of the movie and they just come out, they have the campaign. They basically created something called a buzz and noisy. Of course, that's a lot of the work involved, but there is a strategy behind it. So you have to, the campaign is okay, the campaign is like the fuel. Okay, you have to create the campaign, and the campaign is basically send the traffic to the funnel, to the webinar funnel. So if you don't have the campaign, you just send a link, share on social media. A lot of people campaign is Facebook ads. No, campaign is more than just Facebook ads. If you look at the Hollywood, what they are doing, campaign is anything you are doing that drive the traffic to your funnel. That's what a campaign does. So a lot of people, because they don't know how to do a product launch, like Apple, if Apple have a new product come in, they're not just going to say, again, new product and do one of the video. No, Apple, they got a new product, iPhone 15 come out. Everybody know about it. Why? Because they got a marketing campaign. It's kind of like a political campaign as well. Like a US, they got a president. You need to know how to do campaign. If you don't know how to do campaign, you don't have enough people turn up for your webinar.
Love it. Very true. Very true. Love it.
And one of the things like Darren, you are doing is really good. Podcast. Why? Because to be able to do in the campaign, it's not about ads. Ads cost a lot of money. People need to do something called content publishing. They need to publish enough content to really to generate enough noise in the marketplace so they can send the traffic to the funnel. Yeah, ads cost a lot, and ads is not effective. Content is more effective than ads right now.
Right, love it. Any other questions for Jason? No. Oh, well, Jason, well done. You've obviously done a very good job. Well, Jason, mate, really appreciate you coming in and presenting today. I thought that was very, very valuable. And if anybody wants to get in touch with Jason to learn more about his up and coming webinar, he's got the link in the show notes as well. And feel free to check him out or just reach out to him for a normal one-to-one or chat. He's definitely full of great ideas and got lots of knowledge in his area.